Hello the channel, welcome back everyone. More lineup building every weekend or midweek coming thick and fast. Loads of games coming up at the weekend as well. So I'm in the middle of the screen again. Need to move myself out of the way. um, First and foremost, we've got one lineup in for the EPL Winter Special. So this is the lineup of choice for the winner. Bert Leno in goal. Good home game I think there. Kieran Trippier, two games as well. So I know he's been struggling a bit recently, but it's double game week. Cole Palmer against Wolves, been really good. Mo Salah and Kulusevski mainly I think to under the cap there as well. If at Xbox Live Arcader could message me back on Twitter, that would be good. So there is going to be a second and third lineup here for the second in the competition, but he's not messaged me. So, or he or she's not messaged me. So if I don't hear back, I'm going to have to pick that up myself tomorrow morning because I'm getting steamboats tomorrow. It's my Christmas party. So, yeah, just there'll be no last minute changes before the deadline because I'll be pissed. Anyways, right. So we're going to pick some more lineups here. One wee thing to note here, just in the club before we do that. New arrival in the club. All the suspense. Vinicius Junior. So there we go. Screen came up there and everybody thought, look at the news, Nat Phillips has arrived. He's shite, by the way. He'll not be at Celtic after January, but probably go out on loan somewhere. Had to get the Celtic 1 out of 100 in, but there we go. Vinicius Junior. Lovely jubbly. I've owned him before in limited, but this is the first time I've ever owned a rare. Always been pretty expensive, so been injured recently as well, but due back soon, so hopefully get to use him after the Spanish break, which I don't think is that long to be honest, but yeah, hopefully get to use him after that. So, right, we're going to pick some other lineups. Wee bit difficult. I'm probably going to skip over a lot of the limited stuff just now because the cards need to be used up for the EPL competition. So I'm not got first choice of these cards. So what we'll do is we'll skip straight onto the under 23s. Before we do that, Celtic we'd highlighted in the sort of preview when we were talking Tuesday night. Really good home game. Some other standout fixtures here. Aston Villa, obviously, pretty strong team in general, to be honest, but Sheffield United been pretty rotten. USG have got a good lineup. Antwerp are an interesting one because they've got quite a good fixture against Westerlo and they've got a double game week as well. So watch out for those players who have double game weeks as well. I'm just going to go straight into my own sort of selections. Did have a look earlier on the week at people to watch out for and everything, so a bit shorter time tonight. Also, ready to go to my bed. It's been a long week. Happens sometimes. So, under 23 limited. So, Mesley, I think Leeds have got a double game week, so that's a kind of pretty straightforward selection there. So yeah, Mesley comes up top. Ipswich, not the best game at home, but there we go. Two chances as well, which is always nice. Defender wise, so Pedro Porro probably going to be getting used in the EPL thing, right? So got to leave him to the side for the moment. Somalia Koulibaly is an interesting one actually. So double game week as well, and he's been pretty solid. A guy I picked up when he was at Dortmund. Was always pretty highly rated. Matt O'Reilly, so win percentage 91%. Here in the Green Brigade will be back as well. If anyone doesn't know who that is, that's like the Celtic Ultras. So yeah, that should make a positive difference as well. Going to use the second high percentage Matt O'Reilly, because my highest one I think I want to use with my Celtic stack. I really thought this through. I'm going to use the lowest percentage one actually. I really like under 23s, but I think I'm going to save the high percentage ones for the actual Celtic stacks. So forward wise, Palma again. I think I'm going to use in Celtic stack just now. Could play him in here. I don't know why he's not on this list actually. He should be up there somewhere. Where is he? Am I missing him? Did update my. Maybe he's not updated there. Scott Wilson, pretty standout there as well. And then who have we got left? Cole Palmer's been used. Kulisev's been getting used. This is probably these more restrictive game weeks as well. You don't really have as much choice. So who's standing out here? Stephen Welsh not going to play. Saka's probably going to get used in the EPL competition, as is Porro. Kvaradona, pretty tough game away at Roma. Amadou Onana's pretty good. Again, 52. Probably going to get used in one of those competitions. Not sure if Kamaldeen Suleiman is fit actually. Yeah, I'm going to put him in provisionally and I'll double check that actually. Easy captain choice. Matt O'Reilly. There we go. I'll check on Suleimana. I haven't checked Play Sharper on him yet, but if you're going to put him in, I would recommend you check Play Sharper. Good few updates coming recently as well. So I don't really want to touch most of the rest of the limited just because, as I said, I need to leave the selections available for the person who came second. So let's pick something in terms of the EPL competition. I think I'll be using Alisson and sort of some stacks. Liverpool at home. Arsenal, it's an interesting fixture. Liverpool have been a bit better recently, so there we go. It's going to be quite a good game. I think that. I think with a lot of the big games, though, you don't always get loads of goals. So who knows? I think Arsenal should get some shots on target, etc. So you never know. Alisson might keep them out. So we'll go with Jordi Petrovic in here. Remember this competition, you've got to have 3 rare new season cards as well, so it's not quite a sort of full choice. I'm just filtering this down here, and then we're going to pick the league as English Premier League. See if we can see who the standouts are in the rares and stuff that we own. So I was filtered it to champion as well. Calvin Bassey's an interesting one. I always thought he was a good, strong defender. He was played for Rangers before, so know him pretty well. Mavropanos, nothing really standing out too much. So I see Zinchenko, pretty hard fixture as well. Mavropanos has been getting rotated a wee bit. That's the problem, but I guess I've got to work out what I'm using in terms of new season cards here, and also got to work out what I'm doing. I work out what I'm doing. Where's Amadou Onana went to? I'm sure I had an Amadou Onana. Did I sell him? Just talking rubbish. Might be it's the limit. This is a crap lineup so far, this, isn't it? Everybody's just laughing at me basically here at this point. So, right. So it's not going to be a priority lineup. Looks like the Curie's maybe a bit of an injury risk there. So defender wise, I think I'm just going to go with Mavropanos. Did think that it says Bassey might be injured. So midfield wise, again, I've got to use a couple of cards up here. I'll go for Pape Sarr. Spurs at home, new season card as well. Jack Harrison, Gakpo. I think Gakpo will probably play actually, so that's kind of an interesting one. Pretty good cap cost as well. And then I think I want to keep John McGinn for one of my big priority lineups. Just he's been playing so well. playing so well and it's such a good fixture. So it's going to wire Simicast in here. It's a guy I don't really use that much, to be honest. Captain Gakpo. So that's not the strongest lineup. You just never know in some of these game weeks as well, like who's going to pop off, etc. as well. So under 23 Rare Plus, again, this is competition we usually prioritise quite a lot, to be honest. Back to all. Against restricted pool in terms of how you can actually pick and everything just now, which is pretty interesting. So in terms of choices here, do I use Mesley in here? I think it is quite tempting just because of the two chances. The best game is also the away game as well, which is a bit of a shame because I think Leeds are still a wee bit leaky, but he could well put in a good performance at home. So I've got to be tempted to use him. Defence, I think, is looking like a bit of an issue here. I'm not sure Malik Theo is actually fit. Reece James definitely not fit because he's never ever fit. Just never fit for anything. I'm actually having a quick look at the Play Sharper on my phone just for ease. Salernitana is pretty good fixture. Yeah, Kieran Tomori are estimated to play, so that's going to be a bit more difficult. Owen Windell actually got a double game week, right? So projected a 50 in terms of the away game and 53 for the home game. So you're going to need a decisive, but I guess having 2 games is a chance to get a decisive pretty good. I mean, he's not a huge scorer or whatever, but for that point of view, it's definitely worthwhile. I think putting him in there, especially just due to the lack of choice. So midfield wise, could use Matt Riley in here. Ferdy's got Galatasaray, so that's a pretty difficult game. Bilal El Khanous, both games relatively low, unfortunately, so they're pretty hard games. So the only thing with him is he is on set pieces, so you fancy maybe sneak a decisive somewhere. But I guess if I'm going strong, probably got to use Matt O'Reilly here. And maybe I'll change that decision and move him back in with the Celtic. In fact, I'm going to leave him for the Celtic stacks just now. And then I guess I can swap him back in if there's a swap him back in if there's a good possibility that I can have real strength in the other lineups. Balikwisha, I think's double game week and I think kind of obvious captain material here. So seeing his name popping up at the top here, so I think it's a pretty simple choice. Estimated 74 and 55, so he's pretty high up there in a couple of the metrics. Don't have any more defenders left, and then this last position then comes down to using another super rare in here. There's not a lot of sort of depth in here. The guy's injured and all that sort of stuff. So there we go. I think it's a really good chance to pick something up in under 23s though. I think it really is. Let's see what Ferdy's calculated score or estimated score is against, where is he? Nowhere, against Galatasaray. Pretty difficult fixture. Fenerbahce here at home as well, Madsen on penalties, etc. But Antwerp are a real strong team too. So I think I'll just put Ferdy in there just now. I don't know, I'm just not really feeling this lineup that much in terms of having to play Weendal or Windal. It's not Weendal, I'm just talking rubbish now. Just because of lack of choice. So I think I'm probably better using my strong Matt O'Reilly card in amongst the Celtic stacks, of which we will now have a chat about. So we've got to go to the All-Star Super Rare. As we've seen in the spreadsheet and everything here, team fixtures wise, I mean, 66% clean sheet, only to be fucked up by Joe Hart, no doubt. Expected goals against 0.38, so really low. Livingston scored 1 goal in 8, so probably score about 4 now. That's the way it goes, right? Expected team goals 2.96 and win percentage 92%. So I mean, it doesn't really get any any better than that, does it? So got to be Joe Hart. I'll have a look and see what it's projecting for the defenders, etc. Always worth checking it in case there's something that just sticks out or whatever, you know. Carter Vickers and Johnson pretty similar. I think Carter Vickers probably more reliable, so, like, overall. So from that point of view, we fire him in. Matt O'Reilly, unique. It's good to max out the requirements, just like having another captain basically, which is good. And then up front, Maeda, Furuhashi. That's a pretty good fixture for everybody. Maeda's now back, which is good. Pretty sure he'll play at the weekend. And then midfield wise, Cal McGregor's pretty high up there, and he does do pretty well at home as well. So there we go something like this. I think Vickers was the highest projected scorer, only using, one defender. Could go with the two defenders and bank on the clean sheet, but I think Calmac should hopefully be quite sort of solid at home. As I said, the Green Brigade being back in would be a wee bit of a boost in terms of the atmosphere. Celtic really need to win. I think we'll be on the front foot. Livingston are pretty poor. So yeah, if you can get the 25-1 at the bookies, just put your money in Livingston and just say, well, that McBride is just talking complete and utter shite. I said I wouldn't pick any more in terms of the limited, but well, why don't we pick another Celtic lineup? So Joe Hart. For balance here, I think I don't have a scales super rare. So interestingly, we'll have a look at this and see what the story is here. Scales pretty high up as well, 67. So that's kind of interesting. So I might balance that out a wee bit and just go by Liam Scales in here. Matt O'Reilly, I think, kind of no-brainer type selection in here. Luis Palma. Again, I don't know why he's not. I don't know why he's not showing up in here. Maybe not registered in my gallery or something yet, because it was bottom. But I think his projected score should be pretty high. And then I guess here we could actually, could go for the more defensive type back in here as well, so you do something like that. Just want to check that that's the highest XP Vickers I've got. It would be quite good to have a filter and actually filters to the highest XP. Probably is there somewhere and I've just not found it yet, but there we go. 13 and 13. Yeah, I'll put in the new season one first now. In terms of captain choice, well, Palmer's usually on the pens set pieces. Matt O'Reilly's been excellent. It's kind of a tough one, to be honest. Livingston probably sit in a bit. Palmer should be involved. Also, the only card that's been sold in limited so far, so a pretty good differential. So there we go. This is the Premier League Winter Special. So good luck to competition winner, and obviously EPL jersey will be getting delivered from Sorare. Under 23 limited. Look out this game week for double game weeks as well. I think, guys like Somalia, Koulibaly with 2 games, that's pretty interesting. If you're playing Sulemana, check Play Sharper, which I'm going to do actually just now on my phone. I could do it on the screen, but I'm too tired tonight, honestly. I'm just too tired. I should shut up. It's not a very good video, is it? When I'm just saying, I'm too tired. So it's been a long week, so I don't see any mention of Sula Mallet and the projected lineups, so that's a problem. So we better fix that actually. I'll be checking that closer to the deadline as well, but it's quite difficult. There's a lot of big teams that I've got sort of good cards for sort of playing each other, so that's so I do have an Amadou and Anna, but it's limited, so it's top crap out of it. Yeah, fancies the Bosley have a good game at some point. I'll put him in there just now and then see what happens if we maybe rejig that if second place wants to use him in the EPL winter competition. Maybe he's a Liverpool fan or he or she. Celtic, I think it'll be a big weekend for us, there's no doubt about it. I think it's an important one. SO5 wise, Livingston at home, low down, not scoring a lot of goals. Really, one where you would be hoping for a win to nil. Doesn't always work out like that. And then we go from there. So there we go. Bit of lineup building. Just to sort of finalise just a recap in terms of the best teams. So I'll pull this up here so you can have a look. I mean, Leeds are a kind of interesting one as well. Not like a currently licensed team, but double game week and two relatively good fixtures there. Ipswich have been really good, but Leeds again at home are very capable, and then they've got a second chance, which is kind of interesting. Antwerp, quite an interesting one, having quite a good home first game, then a difficult game, but just gives you that sort of double chance as well. And we'll finish on Celtic. Celtic's going to win. I'm going to go 3 or 4 nil. Livingston can be a wee bit sticky, but I'm going to go 3 or 4 nil. I'm going to move myself into the middle here so I can see myself right. So 3 or 4 nil to Celtic. And we're going to do an SO5 smash up. Anyway, this will be the last chance to get to talk to everybody, I think. Usually we do a wee video tomorrow night for the rewards. Looks like we picked up 1 or 2, but I will be steaming at my Christmas party. So if I can still talk on Saturday morning, it's worthwhile doing a video. Maybe do a hungover video. That'll be quite emotional in the old Saturday morning, but I'm going to go now. Merry Christmas, everyone. Hope you all enjoyed entering the giveaway, etc. Good luck to both of the giveaway winners as well. And have a good one. Merry Christmas. And then a Happy New Year, etc. when it comes.